What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone had a really good Christmas as best they could this year. It's been a crazy motherfucking year, but you know, it's hopefully we will look, into greater things next year. Hopefully. This video is just going to be my Christmas pickups, my Christmas haul. So this would be divided into what I bought myself and what gifts I was given. And I think I've got a pretty kick-ass haul for this video. Let's kick this off with whatever's on top, and that is DVD copy of Ghost in the Shell, one of the most, it's one of the greatest anime films ever made. One of the greatest anime films from the 90s, solidifies the 90s as the greatest era for me when it concerns anime and animation from Japan. It is just excellent. I think without this film you wouldn't have things like The Matrix, or those kind of like super hard futuristic science fiction crazy films that we got after this. I think this inspired a lot of those cyberpunk kind of future films that we got. It's that simple, really. Ghost in the Shell is exceptional. I'm glad to have it on DVD. I was considering getting the Blu-ray, but I don't really see much of a difference with animation when you going from the DVD to the Blu-ray, but yeah, just I didn't have it in my collection and I thought I did. I was like, holy shit, I need it, and yeah, so I picked it up. I've kind of got into some steelbooks. I've never really been a steelbook fan because I like things to be sort of uniform on my shelf, but I picked up some steelbooks because they were cheap, and there were films that I either quite like or never seen, and films that have got a reputation, and films that one film in particular that I watched, didn't know how I felt about it at the time, and kind of want to watch again. I thought the steelbook was actually quite decent. It was a good price as well. So the first up is Shocknado. I've heard this has a crazy reputation of being the best worst film ever made. That's a tall order because Mortal Kombat exists and Street Fighter exists, in my opinion. So I'm looking forward to checking this out. Studio Canal give us this really nice steelbook version. Really nice artwork on the front. I really like it. Yeah, it was really cheap. And I picked it up. I'm hoping to have fun with this. The premise is ridiculous. I remember when it blew up on the Sci-Fi Channel all those years ago, and now it has like what, 5 sequels. Yeah, I don't plan to watch any of those, but yeah, I thought I'll just pick up the first one because it's got such a reputation and quite a cult following really as well. So I'm looking forward to checking this out, even though I don't know how I'm going to feel about it. It could be the worst film of all time, and not in a good way, or it could be the worst film of all time in the best possible entertaining way. So we'll see. Let me know if you've seen this down below. The next steelbook is a film that I wasn't really sure about when I first saw it. It's called Wolf Cop. It's kind of like a horror comedy werewolf film that is also very heavily inspired by the grindhouse era of filmmaking. It's just very, very silly and very very gratuitous in both its sexual content and its on-screen violence. Just to put it into context, the wolf transformation scene starts with the man's penis first, so that should set the stage of what this film is. It's very silly, it's very uncomfortable in a kind of comedic way, and I'm not sure how I felt about it on the first watch. So I thought I'll pick this as dirt cheap, so I'll pick this up and I'm gonna give it another watch. I know there's a sequel called Another Wolf Cop that I plan to watch at some point, but yeah, this is I thought I'd pick this up and give it another go. But yeah, Wolf Cop, let me know if you've seen that. It's kind of a crazy, silly film. One of the most crazy, kind of messed up films that I've seen in recent times is Old Boy, about a guy who's been imprisoned by an unknown person for 25 years. I think it's 25 years. And he awakes and he's been given his freedom. And he's on the quest to find out why he was basically in captivity for all that time. Yeah, it's just going on this like massive crazy ride of like finding out who kidnapped him and who kept him in captivity. It's got one of the greatest kind of like cinematography kind of ongoing on-screen fight in all of the cinema, in my opinion. There's this like corridor sequence where it's shot in like a like a video game, like it's like from the side view. It's like a 2D beat 'em up kind of shot like that, and it's a continuous shot. It's one shot throughout, and it's an incredible feat of filmmaking, in my opinion. This film's not for everybody. It is very disturbing. It's like revelation and twist, and it's quite a dark film. It is not for the faint of heart. There is some brutal scenes in this film, but I feel it's such a enigma. It's just a very strange movie that I think some people might be quite raptured by its storytelling. But yeah, it's a very dark film and very disturbing story, definitely. But yeah, it's got some incredible feats of storytelling and incredible feats of filmmaking, especially that corridor fight scene in particular is quite incredible. But yeah, oh boy, it was cheap as well. I quite liked the steelbook, so I picked it up. Next up, I have a massive stack of premium collection Blu-rays from HMV. I was able to get to HMV before it closed, before the southeast where I'm from in England went into tier 4, which is pretty much a lockdown. But yeah, I was able to pick these up. They were doing a two for £15 deal on these. Not all of them, but the ones that I picked up, yes. So yeah, I've got Gremlins 2 because it's one of them ones that I wanted to pick up. I'm not on the path for getting all of these. It's just ones that I kind of like, the films that I know I like, or films that I know have got a good reputation that I haven't seen yet. So yeah, Gremlins 2, I think it's on par with the original. It goes proper, fucking Looney Tunes cartoon direction. And I think that's just what makes this film fun. Joe Dante just goes absolutely crazy with this one. And I think it's still an entertaining movie, and a bit more light-hearted and a bit more silly than the first film. It's one of those sequels that just stands, next to the original as like kind of almost on par. Yeah, I just think it's really good. Got super nostalgic memories for this film. I remember my granddad picking up the VHS tape of this for me when I was way too young to watch it, bear in mind, so that was quite cool. I remember getting up really early in the morning before my mum got up to watch it in secret. Yeah, that was a cool memory. But yeah, Gremlins 2 is one of them I picked up. Next up, I picked up Top Gun, a film that I am horrendously guilty of not seeing as an adult. I think I saw this when I was very young, maybe once. I'm very kind of nostalgia driven when it concerns the soundtrack for this movie. I remember I used to have a friend in school who used to always put that soundtrack on, and it's a great soundtrack, don't get me wrong, I love that soundtrack, but I have really no memories of this film, really. I know it's kind of got its cult following, it's got like, Tom Cruise fans love it, but I've never seen it like since I was little, I don't remember it. So this is a film that I need to watch again, and really kind of watch it with adult eyes and adult attention, basically. So yeah, Top Gun, film I've not seen since I was little, don't remember it. I know it's got a reputation, I know it's meant to be pretty good. There's a lot of people, friends of mine, that have a lot of attachment to this movie. So 2 for 15 in the premium collection, I had to pick it up. Next up is an important film for me, being a Godzilla fan, The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms. It's a film that proudly claims, or it's widely known anyway, that it's the film that inspired Godzilla. It came out in 1953, a year before Godzilla did, and it's meant to be like just one of those early dinosaur monster movies that everyone says you have to watch. I've not seen it, of course, hence why I picked it up. I'm really happy it's in the premium collection because I love this series of Blu-rays. But yeah, it's apparently the film that inspired Godzilla in the whole kind of idea of this giant dinosaur going crazy. So yeah, as a Godzilla fan, I feel like I have to see this film. So 215, thought I had to pick it up. Finally, in the lot that I picked up for myself for premium collection, the 215, I picked up The Shining, a film that I saw once when I was a teenager, and again, similar to Top Gun, a film that I've never revisited since. I think as a teenager, I think it was a bit too slow burny for me at the time, but now I've got it on Blu-ray, I can actually like give it a proper viewing that apparently it deserves. I've got a lot of friends that are big fans of this film, and I think the sequel looks great. Dr. Sleep, it looks great. I kind of want to see it. I do like Ewan McGregor as well. I think he's a great actor, so I feel like I need to see this first. So it'd be great to see this as an adult with my adult eyes and actually watch it as a film fan and see how it stands up for me. So yeah, definitely a film I had to re-watch as an adult, just like Top Gun. So 215, I had to pick it up. Now these next two premium collection Blu-rays are Blu-rays that that were bought for me for Christmas. So as a giant monster fan, they know me too well because they got me the 1954 the giant ant movie. Not seen this. I know about it. It's always come up in monster movie lists, but yeah, it's a film that I'm just like, it's about giant ants, like I need to see it. So apparently this is getting quite hard to find in the premium collection when it comes to premium collection, because it's number one. It's number one in the collection, which is usually those earlier films in the collection tend to go out of print quite quick, but quite happy to get this. It's still sealed, so awesome them. Looking forward to seeing this one, giant ant movie. Another film that I'm super guilty for not seeing, that is Stanley Kubrick's 2001 Space Odyssey, a hard sci-fi film that people would say is a must-see. I've heard kind of mixed feelings on this film from people. Some people say, there's people that say, yeah, sure, definitely watch it, but there's some people that are not really fans of it. But I know that it's got super influential for sci-fi in the 60s anyway. And yeah, I've never seen it. I know about Hal. I know the rough kind of idea of the narrative in this, but I've never actually sat down to watch it. So now I've got proper reason to do that. So yeah, looking forward to checking this one out for sure. As you probably remember, recently my recent Arrow pickups video, I picked up Pitch Black on Arrow Video on Blu-ray, and I did say that I'd never seen Riddick. Now I've picked up Riddick on Blu-ray, so I've got this to look forward to watching at some point. I might put it on today, maybe, I don't know yet. I haven't decided. But yeah, Riddick, I've not seen it. I've heard really cool things about it. It kind of apparently goes back to roots of what what Pitch Black was, where you're on this planet and there's things that want to eat you. And this is kind of more along the lines of that, which I'm looking forward to. Riddick comes back. Obviously, it's his name's in the bloody title. He's such a, I think he's a great character in both Pitch Black and Chronicles of Riddick. And I think I'm looking forward to seeing this one. I've heard it's decent. I've heard it's really good. So looking forward to seeing Riddick. More anime for the channel, I suppose. But yeah, this is for the first time on Blu-ray in the UK. It's Wicked City and Demon City Shinjuku. I remember having these two films on VHS when I was younger. Demon City Shinjuku was called at the time Monster City, and it was like a double featured VHS that I had. It had Wicked City and Monster City. This is a Blu-ray re-release for the first time by Manga Entertainment, and yeah, I saw it and I was just like, can someone please get me this? And my sister, kindly got it for me. But yeah, Wicked City and Demon City Shinjuku, also known as Monster City, back in the 90s on VHS. But yeah, super happy to get this. There will be an unboxing of this on the channel for sure, because it looks like it's going to be a beautiful set, and I'm super excited to rewatch these films for the first. I have not seen these in years, so looking forward to rewatching these films and seeing how they hold up in 2020 and how they hold up, in the HD transfers and stuff like that. See how well they look. So yeah, it's the final pick. This is the final Christmas gift that I was received. Yeah, Wicked City and Demon City Shinjuku. 80s or 80/90s anime that I absolutely adored. when I was younger, getting into this genre of films. But yeah, fucking great. And that's that. I hope that you got a ton of cool gifts for Christmas. It's been a really crazy year this year. I think it's been one of the toughest years for me, for sure. I lost my dad in September, and it was just the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. And I know there's hundreds or thousands of people that are going through similar ordeals with losing loved ones this year. This year has been a tragedy of a year for humanity and for people that have passed away and people that have died. It's been a horrible time. But let's just be hopeful for 2021, and hopefully this 2021 could be a really positive year for a lot of us. I really hope so. Anyway, as always, if you like this video, please hit that like button. It's the best way to support this channel. If you want to see more from me and this channel, hit that subscribe button. I'm on the quest for 100 subscribers. I'm on 78 right now. Can we do it? With your help, I'm sure we can. So yeah, this year's been fantastic for the channel. I've rebooted this channel numerous times, talking about different things, but I think I found the niche for me, which is talking about movies, talking about Blu-ray releases, and I'm really having a great time. Thank you to everyone that has subscribed to me this year. I really do appreciate it. It means the world. And yeah, let's get on to 2021 and have a good old time. As always, I am Jason, and I am out.